Imagine the most important product ever created by force. It has no distinction, no storages, no raw materials, and produces nothing you can touch. Or it produces more wealth than oil, technology, or real estate arbitrary. You buy it without seeing it. You carry it without holding. And most people don't even realize they are waiting for it every single day of their lives. That product is debt. Debt is not a natural law. It is not a neutral tool. It is not an accident of modern economics. Debt is a system carefully designed, expanded, and protected because it is the most efficient machine ever invented for turning time, labor, and future hope into profit. And once you understand where debt comes from, who benefits from push, and why it dominates every modern economy, you start to see the world very differently. At its core level, debt is just a promise. You get something today and agree to give back more tomorrow. But hidden inside that promise is the true source of power: interest. Interest transforms the future into revenue. It allows someone who owns capital to extract value not only before, but during, indefinitely, without producing anything new. How dangerous this could become. In Mesopotamia, the sounds known debts were recorded on clay tablets. Farmers managed seeds. Families food. Silver. But rulers quickly discovered a terrifying pattern: when debts batteried up, society cree. People lost their land. Families fell into bondage. Social unrest, so the solution was devastating. Debts were eaten in what historians now call debt jubilees. Slates were wiped clean. Prisoners were released. Land was returned. Even in the Hebrew Bible, borrower was mandated every 50 years. The logic was clear: lung, left unchecked, could enslave all the populations. But history did not move towards restraint. It takes care of exploitation. Never past, elites learned a powerful lesson. Instead of erasing debt, they could control push. Instead of limiting interest, they could forward. In Born Europe, the Catholic Church officially banned usury, the charge of excessive interest. But banning something on paper did not eliminate the desire for profit. Bankers simply expand. Loans were deals as trade deals. Interest was hidden inside currency exchange. Credit instruments become more complex, less visible, hard to regulate. By the Renaissance, families like the Medici in Florence something revolutionary: you did not need pays or land to roulette, you need credit. They are a kings, popes, and wars. And in return, they heard influence far greater than any general. Debt was no longer just money. It was raised. The real turning point came in the 11th century, when debt fucked being private and became national. The Dutch Republic, fighting for busy from Spain, forced a new idea: selling bonds to its own citizens. The state wasted from the future. Investors received interest. Those bonds could be traded like property. War was no longer limited by gold reserves. It could be funded indefinitely. This model with the creation of the Bank of England in 1694. For the first time, a government didn't just carry out emergencies, push live in debt. Old paid were paid with new ones. Interested in constant separation. And the benchers who managed the system was introduced in the atmosphere. Debt has become the foundation of state power. The implications were Mexican. Governments could fee longer wars. Empires could expand faster. And creditors could profitably of who won. By the 8th and 19th anniversary, bond markets in London, Paris, and Amsterdam fund pays, navies, railroads, and colonies. History itself marched forward on paid money. But debt did not stop at governments. Industrial capitalism pulled ordinary people into the system. Based on credit. Railroads were funded with bonds. Copyright 2017. All rights reserved. By the 20th century, debt had been fully democratized. Mortgages turned homeownership into a lifelong payment plan. Car payments made of money on credit. Credit cards export into consideration. Student pay close training into ace and long span. Debt was no longer a temporary bridge. It has become the default condition of modern life. And here lies the cruel brilliance of the system. Debt does not generate profits before. It generates profits forever. Every interest payment transfer fee, from refugees to lender, from the labor to capital, from the many to the few. A house twice its price. A credit card balance feed faster than fees. What starts as a promise slowly turning a cage. By the mid-20th century, global debt had become accessible. The Bretton Woods system, the IMF, and the World Bank were created under the language of stability and development. But behind the rhetoric merci discipline, countries could avail, but only under conditions set by their creditors. Structural adjustments. Cuts to public spending. Privatization. Austerity. Sovereignty silently traded for liquidity. At the same time, banks discovered the ultimate innovation: sale debt itself. Loans were bundled. Mortgages were securitized. Risk was sliced, repackaged, and sold across the world. Wall Street run produce goods and start engineering promise. Debt became a commodity. The 2008 financial statement of the truth. Debt had grown beyond reality. When he pushed, governments rescued the institution that left, not the people who pushed. Homes were lost. Savings vanilla. Banks splitted. And then, incredibly, the solution was more debt. Interest rates were slashed. Money was created. Borrowing pat again. Today, the global debtor exceeds $300 trillion, more than 3 times the world's annual output economy. Never before has so much been owed by so many to so few. And we call this growth. Debt is now so normalized that it barely raises questions. Young adults start life already owing. Governments run permanent bans. Inflation silently erodes gaining while drinking the system. What looks like lies often only leveraged on leverage. Debt is not just showing. It is the backbone of modern capitalism. And now, as digital currencies and programmable money emerge, the next evolution is already formed. Debt that can be tracked, controlled, automated. Efficiency for the creditor. Less freedom for the debtor. History teaches one brutal lesson: debt is never neutral. It is designed. It is necessary. And he always reshapes society in favor of those who control the flow of money. From clay tablets to credit cards, from bond markets to digital ledgers, the pattern is the same. Debt enriches creditors, burdens debtors, and silently governs the world. The best illusion is that difficulty is freedom. The true is simpler and darker. The most important product in history is your future. If this changed how you see money, post reviews of the answer. I'll show you where to look.